Hello everybody. I'm going to present a paper titled Communication Strategies for Change Management in Organizations. The main aim of change management is to improve how well an organization performs by taking action to deal with changes that happen from within or outside the organization. It's about responding to or preparing for changes in the environment, both inside or outside the organization, to reach important goals. Change management is important in modern organizations because it helps keep current operations running smoothly and guides the organization towards its future goals. Change managers must think about several approaches to increase acceptance and lower obstacles because organizations need to change in order to succeed. It is their responsibility to plan, develop, lead, evaluate, assess, support, and maintain the implementation of change. Businesses focus on collaborating with the outside world, but they also need to consider their internal environment and the needs of their internal clients. Changes in organizations often lead to initial feelings of uncertainty and anxiety, causing people to react by either resisting or feeling unsure about navigating through new situations. In such challenging times, employees need to learn new skills and adapt to new ways of doing things within their companies. While change can be beneficial for both the company and its employees, it's important not to overlook or underestimate its impact on employees and their acceptance of the change. Effective communication is critical to the success of change management initiatives in modern organizational settings. But given the complexity of organizational transformation and the wide range of accessible communication channels, a comprehensive understanding of best practices and tactics is required. This paper looks at what we already know about communication and change, but also explore new ideas and solutions. By sharing insights and discussing different approaches, this paper helps organizations keep learning and improving. There exists limited research on the impact of communication strategies on change management, hence this literature review paper contributes to advancing scholarly comprehension and theory development within the dynamic field of organizational change and communication. Change is a common part of life and a crucial aspect of business. With technology advancements, shifting customer expectations, and competitive environments, organizations must constantly adjust. Today, businesses must welcome change, set goals that match customer expectations, and be able to predict and adapt to change for long-term success. The process of change involves an organization making modest to substantial structural changes to solve issues with productivity, expensive, and service quality deficiencies, as well as to find new development possibilities and accomplish other organizational goals. Among researchers and practitioners working in the field of change management, there is a clear consensus that most of change initiatives end in failure. The results of studies contain significant findings indicating that only about 30% of change initiatives exhibit success. Change within an organization is best achieved when internal stakeholders collaborate in alignment with the organization's needs. To gain support for change, it's important to implement the belief among organizational members that change is necessary. Creating environments where employees can freely express opinions and participate enhances their contribution to the process. Strong leadership, particularly transformational leadership, is vital for mobilizing individuals, uniting them towards common goals, and shaping the organization's future. Due to the widespread uncertainty in environmental conditions, predicting changes and planning for organizational change becomes difficult and time-consuming. Organizational change management is a systematic approach that focuses on preparing organizations for ongoing changes and fostering rapid, effective, and innovative adaptation practice. Strategic management of corporate change primarily revolves around human resources, thus emphasizing the critical role of internal communication is essential for successful corporate change management. The importance of internal communication has gained more attention since the early 20th century. Effective communication helps individuals adapt to changes affecting them. Without effective communication, change becomes challenging, a fact often overlooked by many companies. Communication is recognized for its role in establishing readiness for change, reducing uncertainty, and gaining commitment. The relationship between communication and organizational change has drawn significant interest from researchers in recent decades. Communication plays a crucial role in raising employees' awareness about the necessity of change and fostering a sense of belonging for sustainable and cohesive change efforts. The growing interest in internal communication arises from the complexities of modern organizations and the use of information technology for communication and interaction within companies. The methodology employed in this paper involves conducting a comprehensive literature review focused on communication strategies for change management in organizations. This approach allows for the synthesis and analysis of existing scholarly works, theoretical frameworks, empirical studies, and practical insights related to the topic. Initial screening based on titles and abstracts was performed to identify potentially relevant articles. Full-text articles meeting the inclusion criteria were carefully reviewed to obtain relevant information on communication strategies for change management, and the extracted data were then organized thematically based on key themes and concepts identified in the literature. Communication encompasses messaging, networking, and negotiating. Our literature review underlines the importance of communication in change management. The models and frameworks we reviewed consistently emphasize the necessity for change managers to offer clear communication to members of the organization regarding the change. Crafting and executing strategic communication during change processes necessitates decisions that merge diverse analytical perspectives and require a relative level of effort, yet these decisions can be crucial in mitigating resistance to change. Communication within the context of change serves as a means to inform, engage, and even inspire collaborators to truly participate in the change process. This perspective portrays communication as both a procedure and an instrument. Drawing from previous studies by various authors, it has been established that several critical factors contribute to effective change management. These factors involve leadership, communication, training, participation, among others. This table delineates the principal elements of effective change management as highlighted in various studies. Communication stands out as a key element in effective change management, requiring strategic utilization for success. Research indicates that employee commitment to change is influenced by various features of communication. This table catalogs studies that have investigated the impact of communication on employees' commitment to change. Effective communication between employees and leaders is crucial during periods of change. It serves as a powerful tool for motivating employees, addressing resistance to initiatives, and preparing them for the challenges and benefits of change. Furthermore, communication plays a key role in providing personal incentives for employees to engage in the process. It is essential for communication to be ongoing throughout the change processes as it helps in adjusting the change program and ensure its success from the early stages of implementation. Effective communication starts with an assessment of the communication needs of all stakeholders and continues with the development of a communication strategy and detailed plan. Communication strategies in organizational change management are essential for facilitating successful transitions within the workplace. These strategies involve deliberate and systematic approaches to conveying information, fostering understanding, and garnering support from employees throughout the change process. The literature highlights a range of communication strategies that can be considered for enhancing change management practices. That change is always present and impacts all organizations. There is general agreement that the speed of change is faster than ever in today's constantly evolving business world. Hence, the ability to manage change successfully is a highly valuable skill. After a thorough examination of communication strategies for change management in organizations, several key conclusions emerge. Firstly, effective communication is paramount in facilitating successful organizational change initiatives. Clear, transparent, and consistent communication channels help mitigate resistance and foster employee buy-in during periods of transition. Secondly, the choice of communication methods should align with the organizational culture, objectives, and the nature of the change. Tailoring communication approaches to suit diverse audiences enhances comprehension and engagement. Lastly, leadership commitment to open dialogue and active listening plays a significant role in fostering a culture of trust and collaboration, which is essential for successful change implementation. Based on the conclusions drawn from this study, recommendations are proposed for organizations seeking to improve their communication strategies for change management. Some of these recommendations are to develop a comprehensive communication plan, establish a structured communication plan that outlines key messages, target audiences, delivery channels, and feedback mechanisms. This plan should be dynamic and adaptable to accommodate the evolving needs of the organization. Secondly, we recommend to foster a culture of transparency, encourage transparent communication channels where employees feel confident sharing their concerns, ideas, and feedback without worrying about facing negative consequences. Leadership should lead by example, demonstrating transparency in decision-making processes. Thirdly, we would recommend to invest in communication training and resources, provide training programs and resources to equip managers and employees with effective communication skills. This includes active listening, conflict resolution, and the ability to convey complex information in a clear and accessible manner. Thank you for your attention.